So the war is over and thousands of people left Samarkand to Poland, but your family and a small community stayed in Samarkand. Can you tell me about your you went to Cheder there?
Actually, we felt when everybody left, we felt Samarkand got empty. For so many Jews, then got empty. And our people, the few people who remained, was scared to go to each other. I remember my brother came back from Lvov. He want to leave. He was a bocher, 18 years old, and he was scared by the government. And hardly was got out and came back to.
He managed to escape.
Samarkand, yeah. When he went to the street, only with the newspaper Pravda or Izvestia, and he tried to speak only Russian. Should not be affiliated with some religion. So much was he scared. My father was absolutely against to send the children to school, but Jewish education. And as I mentioned, that Zusha the Shamash, he was till about 46, 47.
What was wrong with a cheder? Why weren't you allowed to be studying in a cheder?
The people from the West don't understand. The cheder is been a private school, a Torah school. It was jail right away. 25 years in jail. If he was catched. That he's studying Torah to come to the KGB, he'll be arrested.
So who was arrested? The parents, the child?
The teacher, the children was taken to a foster home to be re-educated, and the parents can be taken away the rights to the parental rights. Then we went to Lama Ben Shemaroz. Ben Shemaroz was a special Jewish man, I would say. He considered himself as a professional pedagogue, a professional teacher. He had his own methods, how to teach people. His whole aim was how to instill in the children that for Torah, you have to give away your life. You have to give away your life. I remember one time we heard that a Bukharian Jew, he wanted to go to college, and they didn't take him because he was Jewish. And he went to the river to drown himself. And the bench heard this. If I would not be scared of my life, I would establish yeshivas chadorim. This what was his life. Torah establishing yeshivas and chadorim. I remember he got very interesting. He says, I was in Moscow, at the Kremlin, at the Red Square. I said, thousands of people are running for the back there and there. I stood up, I told him, what are you such in a hurry? What's going on? What is the rumors? What is the noise? 100 years ago, none of you was there. In 100 years, you will not be there. What is the whole tumult? Philomath, he would describe. So, and then we learned by Ben Shemaroz.
How many of you learned by Ben Shemaroz?
We was 4 or 5 kids.
Where did you learn?
It was in Janavskaya, the street Janavskaya 27. And we live over there. He find a place which was a separate yard. With the owner of the house did not live there, and it was it was a big house. In one part lived the Mishulovin family, a family that we fully can trust. The other one he rented, he sent for himself, and it was for the cheder. Another very big advantage has the house that it was a yard. When you go into the house, you have to pass the yard, and the gates of the yard was across the windows. When someone opened the gate, he see who came in. And this children, not one time, I remember one time came in a guy to check something, to check if there is some work doing, because he was a financial inspector, to check if they pay taxes, whatever. Whoever, he was made from KGB, but they introduced themselves. And I remember he spoke to him, and I was not enough, I didn't get enough time to escape. And I was staying behind the door. And every second was for me like a day. And it was like 2-3 minutes, and he told him to go. And I breathed easily. It was 2-3 minutes, but I felt like a month, like a year. And then was interesting story. Ben Shemaroz decided that at the summertime, to make some interruption, not to learn in the apartment, in the house. He decided it was in that yard was a basement. Not a basement, actually, a
cellar.
A cellar, more a cellar. The cellar, someone was living donkeys, cows. And he entered the cellar, was of course no electricity, But he felt this would be the best idea to live over there. Why? Because nobody will suspect that there is some people can be in the cellar. At the summertime, in Samarkand, the summer is like 3-4 months. From Pesach up to this year, 7,000 of L, 6 months is for him hot. And his cellar has many advantages, many qualities. It was cooler. The main thing, nobody would suspect that some activities, some people can be in the cellar. The window goes out to the gate, and from the cellar was the other window from the other side to another street. So so in this cellar, he cleaned out a spot, and we was learning there. And for us children, it was experience in the cellar learning. No, and sometimes happened that we supposed to jump out to the other street, the other side of the building.
To escape.
To escape. And there was a gate. I remember that one time we got blood scribing the hand with blood, but at least a few months, several months, it was in an atmosphere that was nice to live.
Did your cheder move very often to different locations?
No, it was in the same location.
Always?
Yeah, because it was a very good location. It was, as I mentioned before, the owner of the house was not living there. Only one Jewish family, a very trustful family. What's happened over here, I literally risked my life to that. Behind this yard, it was a big area that the government built a building. Who built the building? Inmates. So it was in 4 places. Was 4, how we say it, soldiers with towers, with guns, who watched. And they was working every day, bring on a bus, bring the workers, and they used to build. And all of a sudden they begin to count the people, and one is missing. And they begin to look around where they go, the immediate places, where the yards around. And Benchmaros find out. So he sort of walk out, and everybody should go very slow. Don't do kids, they wouldn't stop, go slow. And I walked out. I remember I walked out from the yard, from the gates. And I'm going, and a soldier is going behind of me. He's running about for some, I don't know for what, with his rifle. And he said, and I saw he is going, I begin to run. I was a tall boy. He said, stop, I'm running faster. I was scared. And I hear a shot in the air. 1 shot, 2 shots. And I escaped someone, and I entered a yard, and I saved myself. And then when I told the story, he told me, you don't know what you did. You should stop. You risked your life. You could be killed.